African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 4th of December, 2024. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to conduct a special military operation. Units of the North Group of troops in the Kharkov direction inflicted a defeat on the formations of the 5th Border Detachment of the Border Service Ukraine in the area of the settlement of Alisovka, Kharkiv region. 2 counterattacks by units of the 58th Motorized Infantry Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces were repelled. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 30 servicemen, a vehicle, a 152mm D-20 gun, and a 122mm D-30 howitzer. Units of the West Group of Forces improved their tactical position, defeated the manpower and equipment of the 63rd, 67th Mechanized Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and the 3rd Border Detachment of the Border Service Ukraine in the areas of the populated areas of Petropavlovka, Gleshkovka, Novosinovo in the Kharkov region, Yampollovka in the Donetsk People's Republic, and Novolyubovka in the Lugansk People's Republic. 10 counterattacks by assault groups of the 3rd, 14th, 30th, 116th Mechanized Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, the 1st National Guard Brigade, and the 117th Territorial Defense Brigade were repelled. The enemy lost up to 500 servicemen, 2 combat armored vehicles, 4 cars, and a 155mm howitzer FH-70 made in Great Britain. The Zakosteyev electronic warfare station and 2 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Forces occupied more advantageous positions, defeated the formations of the 23rd, 28th, 33rd, 37th, 54th, and 157th Mechanized, 10th Mountain Assault, 81st Airmobile Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in the areas of the settlements of Yulakli, Daknoy, Svanovka, Peryezhnoy, Seversk, and Konstantinovka of the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy's losses amounted to 350 servicemen, 2 infantry fighting vehicles, a pickup truck, and 2 U.S.-made 105mm M119 guns. An ammunition depot was destroyed. Units of the Center Group of Forces improved the position along the forward edge, inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 117th Heavy Mechanized, 152nd Infantry Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, the 38th Marine Brigade, the 109th, 241st Territorial Defense Brigades, the 12th Special Forces Brigade, the 14th and 15th National Guard Brigades in the areas of the settlements of Shevchenko, Dzerzhinsk, Kalinovo, Sherbanovka, Marylyubovka, Pravdovka, Novotroitskoye, and Krasnoarmeysk of the Donetsk People's Republic. 9 counterattacks by assault groups of the 100th, 151st Mechanized, 59th Motorized Infantry Brigades, 49th, 425th Separate Assault Battalions of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 35th Marine Brigade, and the Light Assault Brigade of the National Police of Ukraine were repelled. The enemy lost up to 530 servicemen, an armored personnel carrier, 4 Cossack combat armored vehicles, 4 cars, 2 152mm STB howitzers, a 152mm D-20 gun, and 2 122mm D-30 howitzers. Units of the East Group of Forces continued to advance into the depths of the enemy's defense, inflicting defeat on the formations of the 32nd Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 113th, 120th, and 125th Territorial Defense Brigades in the areas of the settlements of Konstantinopol, Novosilka, Volnoy Pol, and Dneproenergia of the Donetsk People's Republic. We repelled 2 counterattacks by assault groups of the 23rd and 151st Mechanized Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. The enemy's losses amounted to 150 servicemen, a tank, an armored personnel carrier, 2 vehicles, a 155mm self-propelled artillery unit Bogdana, a 122mm self-propelled artillery unit Gvozdika, and a 122mm howitzer D-30. 2 electronic warfare stations were destroyed. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 141st Infantry, 110th Mechanized Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and the 124th Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Novoandrivka, Kamenskoye in the Zaporizhia region, Sadovo, and Priozernoye in the Kherson region. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 55 servicemen, 12 vehicles, and an electronic warfare station. 2 ammunition depots and a military technical equipment depot were destroyed. Operational tactical aviation, strike unmanned aerial vehicles, missile forces, and artillery of the Russian armed forces groups damaged the infrastructure of military airfields, ammunition depots, as well as concentrations of enemy manpower and military equipment in 133 areas. 61 drones shot down by air defense systems aircraft-type aircraft. Since the beginning of the special military operation, a total of 649 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 37,183 unmanned aerial vehicles, 586 anti-aircraft missile systems, 19,611 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,497 multiple launch rocket systems, 18,960 field artillery pieces and mortars, and 28,981 special military vehicles have been destroyed. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.